Good morning, children. Sai Ram. Welcome to part 3 of the revision lecture of Political Science, Chapter 2, that is, the role of government in health. Now, children, in this concluding chapter, we are going to see if healthcare and we are going to see about healthcare and equality, and we are going to see if health care is available to all. Okay, let us begin. Before that, as usual, children, keep your notepad and pen ready so that you can write down all the important things that you feel. Children, in the last session, we saw about public health services and private health facilities, isn't it, children? We saw that private health facilities are those that are privately owned and not owned by the government. We also revised that a large number of private health facilities exist in our country, as many doctors run their own private clinics. We all know this, right? When we fall ill, we go to a private clinic, isn't it? Yeah. And we also saw that there are registered medical practitioners RMPs in rural areas, and large number of doctors provide specialized services in urban areas. Now, children, let us understand if adequate health care is available to all. In our country, it is private health services which are increasing and not the public services. Private health services are mainly concentrated in urban areas and they run for profit, right? They are run for profit. The cost of these services is high. Medicines are expensive and almost 80% of the population cannot afford them or have to borrow money during illness. Children, now what do I mean by when I say all these things? It means that in India, we face a situation where private health services are increasing, but public health services are not. So, what then available to the people are mainly private services, right? And these are concentrated in the urban areas. The cost of these services is very high. Medicines are expensive, and so when people cannot afford it, okay, they have to borrow money when there is a illness in the family. Children, some private services encourage incorrect practices to earn more. At times, inexpensive alternatives, though available, may not be used. Now, let us take an example of this. It can happen that some medical practitioner is found prescribing medicines, injections or saline when simple medication may suffice. Now, why do you think this is done, or why medical practitioners are found doing this, or they are found prescribing such medicines which are high in cost? Obviously, to earn money. Children, do you know that barely 20% of the population afford these medicines that they require during the illness? So, private services motivate wrong practices in order to earn profit, and only 20% of the population can afford medicines and treatments for illnesses. So, children, even for those whom one might not think as being poor, medical expenses cause hardship. It was reported in a study that 40% of people who are admitted to hospital for some illness or injury have to borrow money or sell some of their possessions to pay for the expenses. Let us take the example of the current scenario. In this COVID situation, there are many people who were admitted to the hospital, and to bear the cost of the medicines they had to borrow money, take loan, or even sell some of the properties, because hospitalization is way far costly, than your normal hospitalization. Your hospitalization for a COVID is different than it is for normal illness, isn't it, children? So, for those who are poor, every illness in the family is a cause of great anxiety and stress. What is worse is that this situation tends to happen again and again. Those who are poor are in the first place undernourished. Again, let us relate this to the current situation. We all have understood the importance of a very good immune, right? We all are doing things from our end so that our health is not affected. So basically, what are the causes of a person to fall ill? If you have a very strong immune, your body can protect you against any viruses or, for that matter, any diseases, right? But what happens when you're undernourished? Do you think that your body or your immune is strong enough to resist it or resist any kind of disease? No. Which is why it is always better to eat healthy food, to eat good food, isn't it? And I guess we all have understood this thing by now. But poor people, they tend to fall ill again and again. Now, why is that so? Because they don't have a strong immune, right? So, they tend to fall ill again and again. And it happens because they are undernourished. Why their immune is not strong? Because they are undernourished, right? These families are not eating as much as they should. They are not provided basic necessities like drinking water, adequate housing, clean surroundings, etc. And they are therefore more likely to fall ill. The expense on illness make their situation even worse. Sometimes, children, it is not only the lack of money that prevents people from getting proper medical treatment. We have seen the case of poor people, we have seen the case of middle class, normal middle class people. Like, now let us see what happens to the women. Women, for example, they are not taken to a doctor in a prompt manner. Women's health concerns are considered to be less important than the health of the men in the family. Again, distinction, gender distinction. I feel women of the house are someone who rather are selflessly taking care of the house, right? They take care of the entire house, children, elderly people in the family. I am not saying that men do not, obviously, but women are not given the due importance they should be given. If a woman of a house falls sick, prompt care or attention is not given to her health. But if a man of the house falls ill, immediately the entire house is like on the fire, and he is taken to doctor, or rather he takes initiative to go to a doctor, right? This should not be the case, isn't it, children? Many tribal areas have few health centers and they do not run properly. Even private health services are not available, children. So then what can be done about this? Children, health condition of most of the people of our country is not good. Providing quality and adequate health services to all its citizens is the responsibility of the government. Improvement in health situation of people depends on the provision of basic amenities. Hence, it is necessary to work on both basic amenities and health situation of people. Now children, there are examples which provide an outline to improve the condition. Let us see what are those. The Kerala experience and the Costa Rican approach. Now let us take a look at the Kerala experience first. Kerala has made efforts to provide adequate health care to its people. In 1996, the state government gave its 40% budget to the panchayats in order to provide better facilities and check the existing ones. Proper planning was done for the betterment of the people. Safe water, food, women's development and education were provided. Working of schools and Anganwadis was ensured. All other problems were checked, though some problems are there which still needs to be addressed. Now let us take a closer view on the Costa Rican approach. Costa Rica is considered as one of the healthiest countries in the South America. So it is considered as the one of the healthiest countries in South America. The government here took an approach of not having an army, but instead allotting its money for health, education and other basic amenities. People were provided with safe drinking water, sanitation, nutrition and housing facilities. Health education was considered significant as knowledge about health was important at all levels. According to the Costa Rican government, a country can develop only when its people are healthy. Thus, they paid significant attention to the health of its people. Now let us move on to your favorite session, that is quiz time. So children, let us match these columns. In the first column, we have Costa Rica, private service, public service and RMPs. And in the second column, we have free of cost, profit motive, rural areas and healthy country. Now first one, Costa Rica. What can be the answer of Costa Rica, children? We have already learned that Costa Rica is a healthy country. So the answers are Costa Rica, healthy country. Private service. We have seen that private services are more into profit motive, right? They have profit making motive. The medicines or whatever treatment is overall very expensive. So private service is profit making. Public service, free of cost. We all know that public service is basically one which is carried out by government. So it is the duty of government to look into the health of all kind of people, maybe it be rich, poor. Okay, so basically public service is free of cost. And RMPs is rural areas. So with this, children, I end the revision of this chapter. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye and keep learning.